Hello, public health professionals. My name is Oluwaseun Akiremola. I am the founder of Lifetime Public Health and also a coach. I teach public health professionals personal development, professional development, and career development. So today we'll be talking about job search from the view of personal experience. But before I go into that, what is job search? Job search is an act of looking for employment with the sole purpose of, providing your expertise, at the same time adding impact and also getting compensated for the job. So what are the three things you need to consider when looking for a job? You need to consider the company values, you need to consider your work environment and your compensation in order not to waste time. Look at their values, their culture. Does it tally along with your passion? Does it tally along with what you are looking forward to? So for job search, what are the job search websites that that are tested? From my own personal experience, I'm going to tell you 5 websites that I've tested and has given me positive results. 1, ZipRecruiter. 2, LinkedIn. 3, Google Search Jobs. 4, Lensa. Then 5, Indeed. So what is the trend of job search in public health? Currently, according to National Bureau of Labor Statistics, public health jobs is set to grow by 7% in the year 2031. We are all not going to wait for 2031, honestly, because we all have bills to pay. Your bills is not waiting for you to, for the growth. You need to improvise. You need to think critically, and what can you do? What are the strategies to land you a job? So these are the strategies that I used from the past till now that are still working for me. Number 1, revamp your resume. Revamp it. Number 2, tell friends and family you are looking for a job. Number 3, network. If you're looking for a well-detailed video on job search, you can scroll through our page, How to Land Your Dream Job. It's well detailed on how to get your job. So let me go to the next one. As an individual, as a public health professional with experience over the years, what are the 5 major careers So I'll be mentioning the 5 degrees in public health that I can vouch for as an individual, that they are all taken in public health. Don't get me wrong, we have every degree in public health is hot cake, but I can vouch for these 5 because they stand out. They will always get a job. They will always get a job in public health. Number 1, a biostatistician. The degree is so versatile. They can decide to be a lecturer, they can decide to be a data analyst, they can decide to be do data entry, they can do every other thing. They work everywhere. They can work with government organizations, they can work with hospitals, they can work with research organizations. So you always need them. As far as there's research, every organization can hardly function without data. Data is what is used to produce all the information that circulates all over the world. Number 2, another degree I know that if you have it, it's an outcake. If you're doing what is right, you're going to get a job. Always going to be relevant in public health. Number 2 is going to be epidemiologists. Epidemiologists are the ones, they are the center of research. Let me just give them that name. They are the center. Like, you can hardly do any research without epidemiologists on ground. They are the research itself. So every organization needs, every research organization, whether be it government, be it private, even in consultancy, epidemiologist is very relevant. If you have the degree in epidemiology and public health, you are certain you're always going to get a job if you specialize in that area. Number 3, another degree that I know that you are always versatile in is community health. If you have a community health worker degree, you are always going to get a job. If you are doing what is right, you can never run out of job. I'll tell you, because every country, wherever you are all over the world, there's always the community that needs intervention. Yes, quote me anywhere. There is always a community that needs intervention. Everywhere all over the world needs intervention. You need to put in your expertise. You will always be relevant. Number 4, health education, public health communication, health education and promotion. If you have that degree, you will always get a job. I'll tell you why I said you always get a job. With health education, you know, health education, they are the ones responsible for behavioral aspect of why are this group of people behaving a certain way? How do we communicate to this group of people that they're going to change their lifestyle? There's so many things. So health education, public health communication is a versatile degree. Even if you decide I don't want to be in public health today, that your public health communication degree can always be used anywhere, in any field. So you are very versatile. You always get a job. Number 5, clinical research. Yes, quote me anyway. If you have a specialization, if you're specialized in clinical research, you always get a job in public health. There are different options in clinical research. There's clinical trial associate. There is clinical research associate. There is global research associate. There's clinical data associate in clinical research. There is clinical trial educator. There is clinical training specialist. So clinical research is versatile on it. So if you're specialized in these 5 areas, you're always going to get a job in public health. So let me talk about their salary ranges for these 5 career. For clinical research, the salary range in clinical research, the lowest in clinical research will always get anywhere between $70,000 in a year, depending on your location. Anywhere between $70,000 in a year, that's the lowest you will always get. You will make that amount in clinical research, depending on your location. The highest in clinical research, let's say for example you are a manager, you're going to get between $120,000 to $135,000 in clinical research. Number 2, in community health worker, you make between $58,000 upwards. But if you are a manager, then you're going to be making between $80,000 upwards. Number 3, as a biostatistician, you're going to make anywhere between, lowest of you make between $99,000 and upward. I mean, if you are well experienced, you make between $150,000, $140,000 as a biostatistician. Epidemiologist, the same thing. You make anywhere between $75,000. That's if you are in entry level. You know, if you now become a manager, you can make between $120,000, $110,000 as an epidemiologist. And public health education and public health communication make the lowest, make $58,000 per year. Then if you are experienced and not just experience, you're experienced and you become a manager, you make anywhere between $80,000 upwards. These degrees are very versatile. These are the degrees that when you have, with the right strategies, you're going to get a job. So let's say, for example, after all this, I've given you this information, you're thinking of how do I transition into this 5 career field for me to be relevant. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying every other degree is not relevant. I'm just saying this 5 area of specialization in public health stands out anywhere all over the world. So what can I do if you are going to you want to transition into a new career, into these 5 major areas? 1, what is your goal? What's your area of interest? Where are you interested? You have to determine, am I interested in health education? Am I interested in epidemiologist? You know, look out for that. You know, think about your interest before transitioning. Number 2, you want to reach out, do your research work. What do they need? What are the certifications they need? What are the skills they need? You know, then list out the skills you have in your previous role. What are the skills that you know you can transit, that can be transferred from your previous role to the new role? Itemize them. Then what are the skills you need to work on? Do that if you are thinking of, you know, transitioning into a new career in public health. Number 3, let me tell you one skill that nobody will tell you today. Every area of specialization in public health has a particular resume. Yes, go and quote me anywhere. You can't use a general resume for all the jobs in public health. If you're in clinical research, they have a format for their resume. If you are in let's say you are in environmental health, you have a format for their resume. If you're epidemiologist, they have a format for their resume. Make sure you revamp according to the area of specialization. Revamp your resume to your area of specialization. I hope this has been able to help you today. Then I'm going to tell you, if you want a well-detailed strategies on how to land a job in public health, I have a book I'm currently working on, which I'm currently testing on the strategies, testing the different formats. I'm testing the format, the strategies in the book. I'm also testing how resourceful this book is going to be when it comes out. So I'm going to tell you what are the 5 importance of getting this DIY job search book I'm writing. The 5 importance of that book is, that workbook is, it's going to serve as a job application tracker. Number 2, it's going to serve as a career development guide for public health professionals. Number 3, this DIY research workbook I'm currently working on is going to serve as an interview preparation resource guide for public health professionals. Number 4, this DIY research workbook again is going to serve as an organizer for public health professionals looking for job. Number 5, this DIY research workbook I'm currently working on is going to serve as a personal development guide for all public health professionals. So if you're looking into maybe pre-ordering the book, there's an order on our link. If you go to Live Team Public Health on Instagram, there's a way you can pre-order the book. Click on the link and you can pre-order the book before, but it's going to be out early next year. So but currently now we are testing every strategy to make sure it is working. Let me tell you one example strategy I tested recently. I just tested the referral. You know, most of the time when you use referral to get a job, 90 you get 7 times opportunity to land the job. When you use referral, you have 7 times like edge over every other application when you use referral. But let me tell you one thing, referral is not enough if you don't do the right thing. I'm going to leave this here for everyone that's going to purchase the work.